Have you ever got to the end of your day and thought, what did I do today? What did I actually accomplish? Did I check anything off my checklist? The answer is no. What did I do then? I have totally been there, and I still have those days. But I want to tell you my 5 things that you need to start doing every single day to make sure that you get more done each day and be more productive, and you don't get to the end of the day wondering what you did and why it felt like a rat race. Hey party people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Stansberry and I am so pumped that you're here. My main goal in life is to make sure that you have a life that you love. So if that's something you're interested in learning more about, make sure you hit subscribe right now. Now, I'm in a little bit of a different little area in my house, and you may even notice that the quality of this video is a little different. And I want to explain why. One, I'm sitting in the middle of my living room. I'm normally in my office with like the nice chair and bookshelf behind me, or in past videos I've been on my couch where you can see like my pretty farmhouse kitchen and all of this stuff. But right now I'm sitting in the middle of my living room, and that's for a few different reasons. But let me also say that I'm filming with my iPhone. No external mic, no external lights, just with my phone in my living room floor. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this. Before we get into the 5 reasons or the 5 ways you need to like incorporate things into your day so you're a little more productive. The reason I'm telling you this, the reason I'm addressing the fact that I'm sitting in my living room floor, that I'm filming on my iPhone, is because one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, what equipment do I need to start a YouTube channel? What do I need to do? What mic do I need? What camera do I need? What backdrop do I need? Like all of these tactical, technical questions, and honest to goodness, you need your phone, which you have with you at all times, a good window with some light coming in so you don't look like a dead person, and not crap in your background. Like that's what you need. And I can't iterate that enough, and I felt like I needed a video put out there that showed that, because I have my external mic and my sound quality is good and my big DSLR camera with the background all blurred out, and I'm normally sitting in my pretty office, but I want to show you that you can absolutely film videos with whatever you have, including your phone and a window. So that's number 1 reason why I'm doing this. Number 2 reason is because I'm out of time today. I need to record a video. I need a video to go live on my channel. And I have about 20 minutes before I have to go get my kids from school to set up my camera and my mics and my lighting, and all of that stuff was just not feasible for me today. And I almost put it off because I was like, I can't get all that stuff out. And then I was like, no, I tell people this all the time. So that's why you're getting me here with pictures not hung on my wall in the background and my living room, which, I mean, I think it's pretty, but you know, it's my living room. It's not some structured office. It's not some, beautiful studio. It's my phone and a floor and a window and a living room and a tripod, basically, that is sitting on a laundry basket. So there's that. I've been where you are, and I've gotten to the end of my days and thought, what did I get done today? What did I accomplish? Why did I feel like I was running like a head with my chicken cut off? Yes, head with my chicken, not chicken on my head. Why do I feel like this? But I can't think of what I got accomplished. And there's several reasons why this happens, but I want to give you 5 things that you need to start doing to feel more productive and to get more things done every single day. And a lot of them are things I've talked about in the past, but some of them are new, and they're all really easy to incorporate into your schedule. So let's just get into it from the floor of my living room, okay? Okay. All right, the number 1 thing, and this is in order for me, at least this one, the number 1 thing that you need to do to get more done every day is to make sure that your calendar is not running your life, that you are in charge of your life and your calendar and your schedule, not the other way around. What I mean by this is A lot of times we can get so involved in the day-to-day. We can get so involved with these calls we have on our schedule and these things we have to do and this meeting we have and whatever else, that when we look at the week ahead, our calendar's completely full and we have left no time for the things we need to get done. So if you're constantly in meetings or on the phone or doing something that's taking you away from your business and you have a to-do list on all of those days, you're gonna get to the end of the day and you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't even have a second to do any of those to-dos. I was on the phone all day, or I was whatever all day. And so you need to take control of your calendar and stop letting your calendar take control of you. And really the best way to do this is to time block, which I just talked about in my last video. So if you want to know more about that, click the little doomahickey flopping across the screen right now. But take control of that calendar and make sure that you're time blocking so that you are carving out the time in the day to get the things done you need to get done. Okay, the second thing you need to do is you need to have a plan for each day. Yes, some days it's that you're on the phone all day. That's okay. Some days it's that you're in meetings all day. Some days it's that you're traveling. Some days it's that you're writing content. Some days it's that your kids are home. But whatever it is, you need to have a plan for the day and you need to start the day thinking about how you want that day to look. And you can do this the night before, you can do this the day of, whatever works best for you, but have a plan for each day as you go into it. Now, I really like to use the Today planner that I give you guys for free on my website for my digital planner, and it's just a printable that you can use without a digital planner, or you can load it into your iPad that lets me lay out the things I need to get done that day. My favorite part is that yes, it has a to-do list, but it has a top things list, like massive priorities, because we may have 10 or 12 things on our to-do list, but 3 of those are like major priorities for the day. So that's really a big piece of what I do is I will plan out my day, the 3 things I need to get done that are most important, the rest of it can move on till tomorrow, but have a plan for your day. Number 3, and probably one of the most important, is to find a system for planning your day, scheduling your day, whatever, that works for you. Everybody is different and everybody's minds work in a different way. Everybody needs to process things in a way that works for them. So if you need to use a Google Calendar because that's what works best for you, do it. If you need to use a paper planner because that's what works best for you, do it. If you need to use Trello or a digital planner or Asana or whatever, do it. Do what works for you. Yes, I love digital planning and Trello and all of these tools, but just because they work for me doesn't mean they're going to work for you, and vice versa. You may have something that really works for you that I don't like. So for instance, a really good example of this is that I do like to time block. I like to say, okay, I've got from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock today to work, and I need to get these 3 things done. Remember, going back to my plan for the day, how am I going to fit them in? Some people like to block them off in their Google Calendar and say from 8 to 10, I'm going to do this. From 12 to whatever, I'm going to do that. From this to that, I'm going to do this. That feels very restricting to me, and it makes me feel like I can't be creative because I'm having to force myself into this. So what I like to do is know that that time block is for these specific tasks, but it doesn't matter what order those tasks go in. It doesn't matter which one I do first or second or third. So for me to time block on my Google Calendar, I can't stand it because I look at my calendar and it looks like my day is completely full, and that gives me like heart attacks. So I like to look at my calendar and not think it's full. So I like to look at my calendar and see that I have the day open. There's no scheduled calls, but I pull out my digital planner and I know what I need to get done. So find a system that works for you and use it. Don't feel like you have to use the system that's, the hottest thing right now or that everybody's using, quote unquote. Use what works for you. All right, tip number 4 to get more done and to feel more productive every single day is to give yourself grace and not be too hard on yourself. A lot of times we think we can get more done than we can, and that's a common problem for like everybody in the whole entire universe, I promise. So if you set out in the day to get 5 things done and you only get 2, that's okay. That's 2 more than you had that morning. It's okay that you didn't get all 5. Move the other 3 to the next day and go on about your business. Give yourself some grace. If you're at home with babies and you need to grocery shop and return items and send some emails and whatever else your life looks like, give yourself some grace that all doesn't have to be done in one day, because life is crazy. And so when we're really hard on ourselves, when we make it feel like we have to get all these things done at one time, it doesn't help us get the things done. It just makes us feel bad that we didn't get the other things done. So give yourself grace, don't be too hard on yourself, and know that different seasons of life you're going to be more productive than others, and that is okay. And this goes for corporate jobs as well as like work from home, stay-at-home moms, entrepreneurs who go to like whatever situation you're in, this works. And this is a tip you need to know, is to give yourself grace. Because I don't care if you are working in a corporate job and you have a list a mile long of things to do and your day ends up filled with unexpected tasks. You are gonna be hard on yourself that you didn't get everything done, and you don't need to be. That will not do anybody any good. And the 5th thing that you need to be doing every single day to make sure you're more productive and get your stuff done is to separate work and life and personal items. Because if you are trying to get everything done kind of mishmashed all together, it's going to be very hard. Again, back to the time batching thing. Our brains cannot switch that quickly. So if we have a program for our children, one of the kids has a play at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we also need to schedule a dentist appointment that day, and we need to fit in a meeting, and we need to write blog posts. Like, those are the things we need to get done that day. Then schedule your dentist appointment near the same time as your kids' play, so that those 2 things are done in the personal life, and then do the business things next. Then switch back to the mom hat. So I know not everybody watching this is a mom, but this applies regardless. You have a spouse, you have a life, you have things that you're doing outside of work or business, and we have to separate those so that there's time for work and time for play and time for personal things. So, as a mom, as a wife, as a human who lives in a house and wears clothes, I have to do laundry. And for me to think that I'm gonna fold the laundry, I'm gonna interrupt my workday to fold the laundry is just crazy. I'm not gonna do that, and I wouldn't like doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all my work stuff during the hours my kids are in school, and then when they get home, when they're doing homework, I'm gonna fold the clothes. So you have to figure out what works for you, but you really need to separate those business and personal items on your to-do list and do them at different times. Set a limit for when you stop working. Set a limit for how long you work every day. Everybody's situation is different. So like I say, for me, I work when my kids are at school. While they're home, I do home things. That's really how it works. If you have babies home all the time, I had children home for the first 4 years of my business, full time. And so I would, when they were awake, sure, I would schedule some work things, but I always did it during the same time frame. So, okay, it's electronic time for my children. They get it for 30 minutes. I'm gonna do blog post writing for 30 minutes. Okay, it's nap time. I'm going to do these things for this time. Then when they wake up, it's lunchtime for them, so I'm gonna fold the laundry. It really just all works together in a way where we can be more productive because we're not trying to smush everything into the same time period. So even if you have 4 hours a day to really do everything, you have 4 hours a day to get your work done, to fold your clothes, to wash your dishes, to whatever, to fit those appointments in, still try to separate it and say, okay, the first hour is gonna be work, the next 3 hours are gonna be personal things. And then maybe tomorrow, the first 3 hours are work and the next hour is personal things. So you have to separate it like this or your brain is gonna lose its mind and you won't be near as productive. So Let me know if you've ever struggled to be productive every day. Let me know if you've ever felt like, oh, it's the end of the day and I have no clue what I did. Because girl, boy, I have totally been there. 100%. And until next time, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any other tips and tricks here with me twice a week. Bye, y'all.